Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. So today, I want to explore what does it mean to lead a simple life? Because you find that in order to be more present, we have to have a less of a focus. We can't be focusing on a million things. So for me, living a simple life is the ability to clear from our lives all unnecessary thoughts, words, actions, and feelings, along with material things, and only do that for the purpose of being able to focus on what's truly important to you. Now, that requires us taking some time to discern what's truly important to us, doesn't it? And why is it important to us? What's the value of it? If you're thinking about worrying all the time or that you're a victim all the time, then you got to ask the question, what am I getting from this? Before you can let something go, you got to know what are you getting from it? Because you may be getting all sorts of affirmation because you're not able to receive that affirmation from within yourself. So any attention from someone else we can find as supportive. And I'm just telling you to simplify. Now, when I say simplify, doesn't mean you have to give up everything that you've got. No way, shape, or form. Someone said to me, well, Reverend Lee, you need to simplify and get a much smaller home and yada, yada, yada. No, that's not simplifying for me. The home I have fits my needs. Now, what's key is what do I have in my home? Is there anything in my home that's taking time away from me being able to connect in ways I want to connect? It allows me to do the things I want to do. I like having a large home. And the home I have allows me what you get to watch me every day in my home, either in meditation or that, because this is my studio. This is where I do my work. I love having my studio. I love having my next room over, which is my meditation room, my room where I study, the room where I counsel. And you say, why do you need all that? It makes me feel good. It's a conscious choice. I looked at the space I have. Does it support the highest values that I have? My highest values are to become more aware. That means to simplify your life, to only keep those things in your life that really work for you. My number 2 value is to teach. So anything I can do to create an environment where I can teach better, to reach more people, is supporting that. The third is interpersonal connection. I like being in an environment that frees me to connect in ways. So when I'm in this environment, I'm teaching, I'm speaking, I'm meditating with people. This is the environment I'm in. But when I want to study, when I want to meditate, this is not the environment. I separate that. You may say, well, Lee, you're crazy. You can do it all in one. Yes, I could. And guess what? I get to choose just like you do. Just like you do. What do you want to choose? I'm telling you, if you're not meditating on a daily basis and you're needing support, join me every morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. We're getting into the heart center. We're connecting at different levels. I've even got now 2 days in a row, I've got good, beautiful background music going on. My purpose is to provide a safe place where people come, let go of their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, and just be still. Just be still for a few moments. Meditation for me is a way to simplify your life because it helps you detach from the craziness that our mind thinks. Anyone out there think crazy things? Even when you're in meditation, those crazy things come, but through meditation, we get to slow them down. Through meditation, we can ask the question, is this really important to me? Do I really need this? That's why one of the great things is spend time cleaning out your closet every 6 months minimum. Because in 6 months, you're going to put a lot of stuff in there. I noticed that the other day. I said, oops, haven't cleaned my closet. Need to clean that out. I've got stuff I'd never wear. How does it get there? I don't know. Some guy buys it on Amazon for all I know. But I have to go back and realize, oh, that was not a good decision. Okay, I'm going to release it. I'm not going to beat myself up for anything. You see, when we let go of things, it doesn't mean we have to beat ourselves up. Here's another one. Here's the toughest one about simplifying your life. Simplify your life of people that are not a vibrational match to you. Because if you don't, and they take up a lot of your time, you're going to be in an energetic state that it's not going to be really good for you. It's not going to take you to a higher level of awareness, a higher level of experienced life. You're probably going to be stuck in a situation that's constantly in a gigaloop. It's constantly repeating itself. So when I talk about letting people go, it means don't put energy into people that are taking you away from your highest values. Or limit your time with people like that. If it's someone you have to have in your life for whatever reason you discern, limit your time, limit the energy you put to it. Channel the energy to that which is most important to you. I went through that decision as I left the Joe Dispenza advanced retreat, a week and a half ago now. And I made a decision that there were things in my life that weren't serving me. And by releasing them, believe it or not, I went from doing an hour to an hour and a half meditation a day. I did a couple, to now doing 3 to 4 meditations today for about 4.5 hours. You say, Lee, how did you find that time? Well, number one, if I wake up early, I don't just lie there. I get up and I meditate. I don't turn on social media like I used to. There's a lot of wasted time. Think about that. How much time do we waste on social media? Here's another thing I do. I turn my phone off. That's right. When I'm in the midst of my day and I don't have you on my calendar, I turn my phone off. I don't need the disruptions. I don't need to check my email every 5-10 minutes. See what I'm getting at? Simplicity is really prioritization of that which is most important to you, not what's most important to someone else. So, any questions? I'd love to hear any questions. I see all of you out there. I see Jean McBride, Leanne, Joanna, David. I see Carol and Carly and Zoe. Anyone else, please check in. I'd love to know you're out there. I'd love to know if you have any thoughts. What's the hardest thing in your life to simplify? I'm going to tell you one of the hardest things to simplify is your use of the phone. Because I don't know anyone who's not addicted to it, because it's been built with all the social media that every time you get a like, every time you get a message, there's a dopamine release. And when that dopamine releases, we want more and more and more of it. And we don't even realize that we've got a Jones going on. We've got a phones Jones going on. Social media Jones. And it happens when we don't even think it's going to happen. We think we're above it, like I did. Got to let it go. Simplify your life by choosing how are you going to most effectively use your phone and social media. Social media and phone for me is this. I do meditations online. I talk online. I post messages of thoughts that can change your life. I post events, things that are of meaning. And if people want to get a hold of me in a meaningful way, they know how to reach me. They send me a text message, or they voicemail me, or an email. Here's what I know. Nothing is that important you have to answer right away. Think about that. Nothing is that important that you have to answer right away. So what are you OCD about? Let me tell you one thing I'm OCD about. Email. I do not like to leave my email not being answered. I like nothing in my inbox. And I have to realize, what's the impact of that? And so I'm working on that one right now. And we all have these areas of our lives, don't we? Let's be just honest with each other. We all have these areas. Dana says, with mindfulness meditation, are you aware of your thoughts? However, that individual thoughts and paying it versus meditation to focus on where you attempt to have no thoughts. Both. I'm aware of my thoughts and I let them go. My ideal is to get to no thought, but sometimes I do meditations to contemplate things. Like I may do a meditation that's consciously focused on opening and closing my heart center, being able to open my heart center. So I'm going to have where I'm visualizing breathing into my heart. And then on the exhale, I'm releasing the past. So there are many forms to meditate, Dana. There's not one right way. It's like Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations are, I don't think they're meditations. I think they're guided visualizations. I tend to believe that meditation is the ability to slow the thoughts and ideally to get to the space between the thoughts where there is no thought, the space between the breath where there is no breath. That's the state of perfect balance or the experience of oneness. We could go on for hours on that, but that's a brief definition for right now. Thank you for asking. Everybody, I'm grateful to be on this journey with you. Because if you're tuning into me, we're on a journey, and our journey is to become more aware. Our journey is to become conscious creators. Our journey is to realize that everything begins and ends with us, and that we are personally responsible for our life experience, and we are willing to take that responsibility on. Know that I support you. I accept you as you are, wherever you are in your journey, and that you are loved. Make it a great day. Aloha.